September 11th goes to the gun lobbyists, the gun industry, and all the politicians who refuse to pass common sense gun reform in this country. Today is 9/11, the 24-year anniversary of 9/11, and over 2 decades later, America is still in a state of emergency. Okay, we are still having constant terrorist attacks, but the attacks are more frequently coming from within. Things seem to be getting progressively worse. For example, yesterday, 3 teenagers are in critical condition after a mass shooting at a Colorado high school. This year, it has been 356 mass shootings in America, 6,888 mass shootings since January 1st, 2013, and 0 days since our last mass shootings. Now, I am 2A all day. I believe in the right to bear arms, but I also believe in common sense gun control. But I thought to myself yesterday, the term gun control is an oxymoron. Okay, when you think of a gun, you have to know the gun industry, right? And that's one of the most powerful industries in America. It's protected by the Constitution. The gun lobbyists, especially the NRA, they have significant influence over politicians, and guns are worshipped like religion in this country. So no matter what the tragedy, okay, no matter how much blood is spilled, no control will ever be placed on guns as long as those campaign contributions keep coming in. Gun control will never happen in this country, especially when lobbyists, the NRA, are writing the rules. Okay, you put gun and control together, it sounds good on paper, but in reality, it's like saying organized chaos or honest politician. Okay, these politicians won't even be honest with you on why they can't even create legislation to ever get to a point where we have common sense gun reform.
All right, shout out to Charlamagne. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. The problem is when you put these reforms or these common sense reforms on guns. I understand in the case of mental health, yeah, they need more stringent policies when it comes to mental health. Better tests to determine whether or not somebody is physically apt, mentally apt to own a gun. Right? They need to put more tests in place because the test's too easy to pass. But I will say this: if you put gun control, if you put laws on guns to control guns, and this is just my personal opinion, I could be wrong. Please don't turn up on me, because if you don't like what I have to say, I feel like personally you shouldn't even be watching me. But I digress. Yeah. So if you put laws or gun control on certain people, right? The problem is there are bad guys in the world. We're using bad guys as a term. We're using the term loosely. So the bad guys are not going to follow the rules. So what you're ending up doing is putting rules on the good guys that have guns. And therein lies the problem. So you can't turn around and put gun control on people that need guns to protect themselves, because the people who are bad are still going to have dirty guns, what do they call 3D guns, whatever the case may have you, to protect themselves or to use and extort people around in the community. And I feel like that's the whole reason why they don't want to fix it. At the same time, there is some truth to what Charlamagne said. They're benefiting from it. If they weren't benefiting from it, they wouldn't have it in place. That's just common sense. But let's continue.
But it's never happening in America, people. No. It is a complete oxymoron to say gun control, because America doesn't control guns. Guns control America. All right. We treat the Second Amendment like it's one of the 10 Commandments. Okay. In America, historically, guns have had more rights than women, immigrants, the LGBTQ, and black people combined. Okay. And the reason we need gun control is because people clearly have no self-control. I agree with anyone who says guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. And since those people don't have any discipline or any self-control, that's why we need gun control.
Shout out to Ayo. Ayo's not here, but she'll probably see it later.
Okay, common sense.
Shout out to one of my moderators. One of my moderators, her name is Ayo. She comes in sometimes. She's busy. She has a life, guys. But she comes in sometimes when she's not busy to watch the show, and she moderates the show. And she said this in a comment, but I feel like it has some truth to it. What it comes down to is forcible or enforceable mental health. Mental health sessions. Like, people need mental health sessions in America. All you ninjas have mental health issues. And what it comes down to, I think, is the insecurities that we have all placed on each other. So, coming up as a youngin', people don't want to discipline their kids. They let their kids say whatever they want to each other, and kids are nasty to each other. After that, you get a little bit older, middle school, high school, They say all kind of shit to each other to be funny, nasty, mean shit to each other. College, they still saying that mean shit, and people letting it slide because in college now we're adults and I'll get arrested if I punch you in your jaw and break your mouth or break your nose. You feel me? So that's just the whole thing. Past that, yeah, man. I mean, we need mental health. People need mental health sessions. People need to find a way to talk to people about their health, their mental health, and like find a way to like, you know, like control themselves, man. Like, I don't know how to say, I don't have the right answer. I would have to literally sit there and ponder about it. But what I will tell you is, yeah, man, I never tell y'all to not protect yourselves. You know, I got my own Glockiana. I'm going to say it like that. I got my own Glockiana and I'm not afraid to use it. But I mean, I have common sense, so I'd rather not use it. I'd rather not use my Glockiana. I done shot it before, but I'd rather not use it because, yeah, I don't want to put myself in that position. I don't want to put that person in that position. I mean, like I said, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comment section. Here we go.
Gun reform that can protect us all. And every time there is a mass shooting or a tragic shooting, we should absolutely blame the gun lobbyists and the gun industry. I was reading a great article.
Hell no. Man, what?
But what the hell, boy?
No. Can't blame the gun lobby. You blame the people that had the gun, man. Like I said, one thing that we have to stop doing is putting the blame on other people for our own mistakes and our own actions. And the reason why I say that is because every time I've made a mistake, I was held to the standard of, this is your mistake. You got to fix it because you made the mistake. So that's why I feel like everybody got to have the same sentiment. Here we go.
Article that was published last year. It was on a website called Every Town for Gun Safety. And the headline was how the gun lobbyists and the gun industry fan the flames of extremist ideology. And it spoke to how in recent years, political extremism and extremist violence in the United States have risen at an alarming rate. Okay, many extremists see guns as the most effective tools for their violent aims, and lax gun laws in the U.S. often enable these extremists to access firearms.
Now, let's stop. That was very loaded. Let's stop. That was very loaded. My bad. I know y'all want to talk about Krishan Rock. We're going to get there, but the problem is, and I've said this before, and this pisses people off whenever I say this, America sold out its interest to other parties. I don't mean the Democrat Republican Party. I mean, we sold out our interests. We sold out our infrastructure to other countries to get the same labor for cheap. Let me break this down real quick. I'll do it real quick. Watch this. We used to have slaves. Couldn't do slaves no more, so everybody done turned to slaves. On top of that, it's still not enough for what we did so we could stay ahead and be the number one superpower. We sold out our infrastructure to other countries. So we put our businesses and outsourced our companies to other companies in other countries so we could get our companies bigger in America for cheap at the same time, technically or indirectly building our companies in another country. Now that these companies are big companies, $1 million, billion dollar companies, we have no infrastructure here because they're built in other countries and then they're being shipped back here. But yeah, we were making money, or whoever was in power was making money, but it wasn't enough because you need the infrastructure. You can make money, but you need the infrastructure. You need it in-house. Best way to explain it, I'll explain it with my music. Like I said, as an artist, there comes a point in time when you get to that level as a musical artist, you're going to end up having a studio in your crib. You may still go to the studio. You're going to have the studio in your crib because you need the infrastructure. Boom, I just had an idea. Talk shit, swallow spit, bitch on the sugar honey iced tea. That means I'm the shit. Excuse my French. I'm just giving you an example. Like I said, where do I go now? I want to put that idea down, but damn, there's no studio nearby. Oh, wait, I have a studio in my house. I have infrastructure in my house. Because I have the infrastructure, I can go make it happen at will. That was the problem, but let's continue.
We saw that play out yesterday when we witnessed the murder of right-wing political activist Charlie Kirk. Okay, he was shot and killed while speaking at Utah Valley University. Of course, immediately people start politicizing his death. The right is blaming the left, saying their rhetoric about the right is what led to this. The right is blaming the left, saying their rhetoric is what led to this. And we don't even have the person who did this in custody. We don't know what this person's issue is or was with Charlie Kirk. Everybody is just assuming this is political violence. And
shout out to Charlamagne. I gotta preach here, guys. I gotta preach. And this is why I say, as a content creator, shout out to the content creators. Y'all gotta be careful, bro. Because we may say shit on here, you know, we doing it performatively, right? We're doing it performatively. So we're saying these things to entertain and to engage and maybe educate an audience. But we have to be mindful because we may say some shit to somebody and they gonna take it personal. They gonna take it personal. They gonna try and look you up and pull you up. Then they gonna try and pull up on you talking about what's that shit you was talking. Oh, what's good? And you gotta sit there like this. That's why I be telling y'all, I'm like, bro, I'm just trolling. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, because I'm just trolling. Please don't, it's all love. It's all love. Don't be mad at what I said. Shit, reach out to me privately. If I don't see it, it's just because I ain't been on my stuff, bro. Here we go.
Quite possibly is. Matter of fact, I'm sure it is. But you know what else it is? Gun violence. Okay, these nut jobs who don't believe in freedom of speech clearly believe in their right to bear arms. And because of the lax gun laws in America, they are able to get firearms to carry out these violent acts. Now, let the record show, when I heard what happened to Charlie Kirk yesterday, I immediately felt fear. I'm a black man in America. I think about getting shot every day. But guess what? Every American should think about getting shot every day when you are out and about in a public place, simply because it's been 0 days since the mass shooting happened in this country. But
at the same time, pause. Yeah, like I said, I ain't feel it as a black man. I felt it more as a content creator, because I knew of Charlie Kirk. I didn't necessarily align with whatever the fuck he was talking about. Feel me? Because I told you, he said negative stuff about black people. So me personally, I'm the type of dude, if you don't like me, I'm not going to sit there and watch you and listen to what you say about how you don't like me. I'm just going to write you off. That's just how I am. Some people don't have that same sentiment. That's okay. But yeah, excuse me, he is not necessarily a politician per se, or maybe he is, but I knew him as a content creator who would go debate with people and just piss off college kids, which is also something that's very disingenuous. College kids are still trying to figure out how shit work. Like, yeah, they're adults, but they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They're literally just parroting. They're parroting what they heard from their parents, or what they heard from their professors, or what they heard from their high school teachers. And I know because I was a college kid. For those of you who don't know, yes, I went to college. Yes, when I was in college, I thought I was an adult and I thought I knew what the fuck I was talking about. I ain't know shit, okay? Excuse my French. Fast forward to now, I'm just learning now. Like, I probably became aware that I didn't know shit, I'm gonna say about 22, 23. And I'm a little bit older now. I don't like to put my age out there because niggas be watching me and shit. But feel me, I'm just starting to understand, okay, this is what I need to learn. You got to literally unlearn everything and relearn or learn new shit and put it all together. So I'm just now getting there. It took a little minute, but I'm just now getting there. So yeah, like I said, college kids don't know what the fuck they talking about, and they do it for the content. So that's what I'm saying. It fucked me up as a content creator. 'Cause I'm like, bro, somebody might turn around and scope my ass in real life because of something I said and be like, yeah, bitch, that's what you get for talking that shit. Excuse my French. Here we go.
my personal fear was also because I'm a media personality.
Yep.
I don't want to live in a country where media personalities are being shot and
Targeted.
killed for their opinions or what they believe. But I also know that as much as we like to point to the First Amendment and say we all have freedom of speech, we are not free from the consequences of said speech.
Yeah. Hey, bro, if you ain't know, freedom of speech is not real, okay? There is no free, like, nothing in life is free, not even the air that we breathe. I said it in Target Practice. I tell y'all, go listen to the song Target Practice. Target Practice tell you everything you need to know. I said politicking had me fucked up because it's all fake, even charity. I need clarity. Okay, that's what I said in the song. Here we go.
That's why mindfulness of what we say is very important, because there is a cost to everything that comes out of our mouth. And unfortunately, we don't get to set the price.
Word.
And I must say, Charlie Kirk understood the price of our freedoms more than most. I was watching this clip of him go viral yesterday. Can we play it?
You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year, so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational.
Now, he's absolutely right. Because of the way the Constitution is structured, because we have no common sense gun laws in this country, these high gun deaths will happen every single year. It is a consequence of the right to bear arms. Just like we don't get to determine the consequences of our free speech, we also don't get to determine the consequences of everyone having the right to bear arms in this country. I just wonder, when people say things like that, do they think they may be one of those deaths? Is it worth it when one of those casualties is you or someone you love?
And that's the thing. I don't think we think, life is short, man. That's really what it comes down to, okay? So nobody really thinking, damn, somebody I know is going to be a victim of gun violence or mental health issues or whatever the case may have you. The shit just go. It just happened. It's just how the game goes, man. Anyway, shout out to Charlamagne, man. Today's not about Charlamagne. And shout out to the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the main event. We at the main event, people. We got a lot to discuss. Not too much though. Hit the like button and answer the poll. Hold up. Where is Win? All right.